If you have cervicogenic dizziness and lower back pain, you may need to address the lower back issue before you can fully alleviate your cervicogenic dizziness. Suffering low back pain will frequently decrease your activity levels. It can cause poor sitting and standing posture, and all these factors combined can lead to weakness of the entire spine, negatively impacting your neck and increasing your cervicogenic dizziness. My name is Mauro Burnett, physical therapist and owner of Australian Physiotherapy Specialists located here in Jacksonville, Florida. And for today's episode, I'm going to teach you 3 evidence-based exercises to give fast relief for your low back pain so we can give you better posture, more activity, and lessen that cervicogenic dizziness. Before we get into the 3 exercises to stop low back pain, it's crucial that you understand the point of the video. When it comes to chronic lower back pain, there is decades and decades of clinical research showing that when you have lower back pain, it will weaken your deepest layer of spinal muscles. In your back, we have what's called the multifidus muscle. It's the deepest and most inside back muscle. It provides control between segments of your vertebra, it protects your disc, and it protects you from the stresses of gravity. When it comes to your abdominals, not all abdominals are core abdominals. The deepest abdominal layer is called the transversus abdominis. The transversus abdominis and the multifidus muscle that we mentioned before will quickly atrophy in the presence of lower back pain. One study showed 24 to 48 hours of having low back pain was enough to start causing atrophy. When you have weakness and atrophy of these muscles, it correlates with chronic low back pain, poor posture, and lower activity levels. For today's video, we're going to teach you these 3 exercises I was very fortunate to be able to study with the inventor of core stability. Back in the early 90s, mid-90s, Dr. Carolyn Richardson from the University of Queensland. She was the lead researcher on the acclaimed team that was able to bring to the world core stability. She hooked up with the European Space Agency and began to conduct research on weightlessness and the effects of zero gravity on the spine muscles. Thanks to space research, we now have even better ways to strengthen your core and lessen your low back pain. Let's get into exercise number 1. For exercise number 1, I'm going to teach you how to activate your deep core stabilizing muscles. These muscles make up the basic building blocks of protection for your entire spine, from the neck all the way down to the lower back. Remember, as your lower back and your posture improves, this will simultaneously improve disorders of the neck like cervicogenic dizziness and cervicogenic headaches. The technique that I'm going to teach you today is called the anti-gravity postural cue. This is a posture cue that's been clinically verified to turn on your deep core stabilizing muscles for your low back, and it also turns on your deep protective muscles for your neck, helping disorders like cervicogenic dizziness, cervicogenic headaches, and neck pain. This is kind of how it goes. Step 1, stretch tall through the crown of your head, your chin gently tucks in, your shoulders relax, you're breathing normally, and you're looking straight ahead. What you should feel is your waist narrows some when you do this. If you've done this correctly, congratulations, you have now successfully activated your deep core stabilizing muscles. To illustrate this exercise better, I'm going to use this belt. This is called a core awareness belt. I got this from a website called gravityfit.com. Now, I put this on over my navel, and then, once I get this in place, when I do that anti-gravity postural cue that we just learned, right, what's going to happen when my waist narrows is that the belt is now loose. So I'm going to tighten it just a little bit so it now takes the shape of my new and improved smaller stomach size. I wish it could stay this way all the time, right? So a little bit tall, chin gently in, shoulders relaxed. Now the belt in this position is just tight enough to give me feedback that I'm doing the exercise correctly. But at any time that I relaxed, now suddenly the belt feels really tight, and if you put your fingers inside, you can even feel it's tight. When you're a little bit taller, suddenly you've got a little bit of slack to the belt. So you could use any belt in your closet, put it over the navel area, and it's a nice little tool to help teach you what it feels like when you have your core activated. Okay, now that we've learned to activate our core, let's put it into practice. We're going to do a simple walking exercise. At home, you could get in your hall or somewhere, even outdoors. And we're going to do this. You do the posture cue. We take a few steps backwards,
There we go. We're going to take a few steps forwards. We can even take a few steps to the side, right? 2 or 3 steps to the side, 2 or 3 steps back. And we could try this for 2 or 3 minutes as a warm-up exercise to activate your core. And then as your progress starts to improve, you'll be able to incorporate this into other exercises, like walking in the neighborhood or even going for a walk on the beach.
Exercise number 2, we've nicknamed it the waiter's bow. The way this exercise works, just like the previous exercise, you do that anti-gravity postural cue, tall through the crown of your head, chin gently in, shoulders relaxed. You'll feel for that waist narrowing. Now you know your core is on. Now we're going to do a trunk lean exercise. I'll demonstrate. I get on the edge. In this case, I'm using a therapy table, but this could be a bar stool or sitting on the arm of your couch, something like that. The first thing I want to do is find what I call low back neutral. Here, I'm too far flexed. Here, I'm too far hyperextended. And then I find a nice, comfortable middle position. The middle position is where the multifidus and the transverse abdominis contract the easiest. They're also the strongest in that position. So once I find the middle position, I'm going to do a small trunk lean. I could start out with 5 degrees, progress to 10 or 15 degrees, hold for 5 seconds, and then slowly come back. The name of the game is I don't want to lose my posture. I don't want to lose it into hyperextension. I don't want to lose it into flexion. I want to find the low back neutral, maintain the low back neutral, and do some trunk leaning and holding exercise. Once I get everything lined up, hold for 5 seconds, and then I come back. I could easily do sets of 10 or 12 reps. We could do this a couple times a day. It's a great exercise to start building up the strength and endurance of your multifidus and transverse abdominis muscles, leading to less back pain, less neck pain, less cervicogenic dizziness. Let's now look at exercise number 3. For exercise number 3, we're going to do a continuation of that trunk lean and hold exercise, the one that we nicknamed the waiter's bow, like a waiter on a cruise, bows, right? Maybe after he pours his champagne. This exercise, we're going to do that same postural cue, tall through the crown of your head, chin gently in, shoulders relaxed, feel for the waist narrowing. Now you know your core's on. Now we're going to do what's called a sit to stand squat exercise. I get in that perfect posture. I tuck my feet back a little bit. I come forward, nose over toes, push through my heels, come all the way up, pause for a second, and then slowly and smoothly come back down, back to my sitting position. Come forward, push through my heels, come all the way up, and then slowly and smoothly come back down. Again, we want to make sure that you maintain the perfect spinal curves, the perfect posture while you're transitioning from sit to stand. That's going to protect your back. That's going to decrease back pain. If you ever notice that you have back pain and you go to get up out of your chair, it's really sore, it's really painful. By doing this posture first, by adhering to this type of technique, this could greatly decrease back pain and help you start to get out of your chair more comfortably. Great exercise for strengthening the neck and the back. Build up to where you could do 1 to 3 sets of 10. This could easily be a once or twice a day exercise. 3 exercises for you. Give them a try. Put them into your routine. Give them, I call it the 14-day challenge. Give them 14 days and see how your back's doing. If it feels better, drop me a comment. I'd love to hear about it. Well, thanks for watching today's video on 3 core exercises to help stop lower back pain, to improve your posture, decrease your cervicogenic dizziness. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe to our channel to receive more videos like this in the future. You can always share this with a friend. And if you have cervicogenic dizziness or lower back pain, I'd love to hear about it. Drop me a comment. Thanks for watching today, and we'll see you next time on Physio Tips with Mauro.